All right, now we have a very special guest joining us today. We've never met, but I'm already a fan. Why? Because I have been going for years to the theater. I feel very fortunate. And this weekend, at least I know from AMC Theaters, and Carter will tell us in just a moment, you are able now to see the Oscar-nominated shorts, animated and live action, in theaters. I will be at the AMC 8 in Burbank, the 8. I'll be going to see the animated shorts and the live action shorts. I think it's 10 a.m., whatever. You'll see me at the theater. I can't wait. And Carter Pilcher is here. His website, shorts.tv. Carter, thank you for joining us on the show, Carter Pilcher.
Thank you very much for having me. Great to be there, Chris.
Oh, thank you. And I have to also have to thank you because you have been a sponsor of our award show, Award This. The winning short gets a consultation with you. You've been such a champion of short films. Let me feature you here. It's great to meet you too. Chris Gore and Alan Ng here. What you've done with your company.
Alan, nice to meet you.
What you've done with your company is, one, you've helped short filmmakers monetize their shorts. You've done this program every year. I didn't realize. I mean, I know, so I see the logo at the beginning, but I felt so fortunate, because if you want to get the edge on your Oscar betting card, you need to see the short films. They're so incredible. I mean, so I'm seeing them this weekend. It opens in theaters. Check your local theater for it. How did you start Shorts.tv? What led to it? And I just want to say I appreciate your passion for shorts.
You bet. Thank you very much. And thanks so much, Chris, for having me. We're thrilled to be here. I went to the Air Force Academy, studied astronautical engineering, and then went to law school and business school and worked on Capitol Hill a bit and in banking. And then I decided I really wanted to do something I liked. And I love short movies. So I started a company almost 20 years ago that does only short movies. It's called SHORTSTV. And we started in 2006 releasing the Oscar-nominated shorts because, it used to be that nobody could ever see the Oscar-nominated shorts. And I was so excited when I realized that you could actually see them. So we started in 2006 with Magnolia Pictures and with Apple releasing the Oscar shorts both in theaters and for sale on iTunes. It was great. The response was incredible. People loved them. And so we've done it every year since 2006. If you remember, it's got kind of exciting, especially this year. It used to always be that the shorts, which are really cool, were kind of what big filmmakers didn't do. But this year, last year we had Alfonso Cuarón produce a film. This year we have Wes Anderson, who's nominated and directed one of the shorts that's nominated. David Aiello's in another film. So short films are starting to be a place that emerging filmmakers try out all kinds of crazy stuff, but big feature filmmakers, Academy nominees and Academy Award winners in other categories are now making shorts because it's really great. Some stories just work best in short. They are short. And if you've seen any of the ones that are nominated this year, you can go see them starting tonight. You'll see that they're really specially made, proper stories that fit. They're not the first chapter of a longer feature film. They're one story, one idea, and they're really great.
And for any filmmaker's journey, especially indie filmmakers, you start with a short film. I mean, I can't think of any, and I always love when you get an opportunity like M. Night Shyamalan on one of his early DVDs put short films that he made as a kid. They weren't Oscar nominated. He shot them with his camcorder, but it was so amazing to see him open up. You see M. Night as a 12-year-old and his little movies he made. Everyone starts with shorts. Every time I've gone to one of these programs, it's incredibly inspiring. I always write down the titles. And last year when I saw the shorts, it was amazing. There was, God, I forget the title of the movie, but I saw it. It was, and of course the screenings are all packed. there was a family, a woman with her 2 kids, and there was a warning that came up like, this movie is, not recommended for children, and it gave a pause so that kids could leave. What was the name of that film? I'm forgetting the name.
My Year of Dicks, I
My
think.
Year of Dicks. That's right. Oh, you remember that, Alan? We talked about it. Oh my God. So My Year of Dicks, but it was so great that you put that. It's like this, mom brought her 2 kids, and then she's like, oh, I think I'm going to leave. And I love that short film. I think it was at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
We review a lot of shorts on Film Threat. A lot of short films get reviewed on Film Threat. But the fact that like you can see these in a theater, I just love it. We're looking at your website right now, but also, don't you have like a streaming service as well?
Well, we have a regular cable channel. It's on DirecTV in the US. It's in Europe. We have an Indian version all across India, and a Spanish language version called TV Cortos that's available in Latin America on DirecTV and other carriers. So we, short films used to be a very specialist kind of entertainment experience, but it's not anymore. Everybody, all of us reach a point in our evening, maybe 9:30 or 10, where starting a new series doesn't make sense. Watching a feature movie doesn't make sense. And we're so, I don't know about you, I get so exhausted by politics and news that you just want something to relax to that's 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And shorts are perfect for that. They're great. Yeah. They're an amazing story. And then you're finished. And you get, and often the film, the message of the film stays with you much, much longer. And I think, that one of the things that's surprising for people who are watching shorts the first time is that often, because they're shorter, they're more emotional and more impactful. So you really walk away with some really great experiences just from being there as part of the film. We love Film Threat, and we're thrilled to be part of what you guys do. It's short films are very cool, and that's why I've always liked them so much.
Yeah, I mean, we've interviewed short filmmakers on our interviews channel for our interviews channel, or had them on the show. We review shorts on Film Threat weekly. Like every week you'll see short films reviewed on the site. And I've always been a fan. I mean, before I knew you and your company, I was just going to it because I couldn't believe it. I remember Alan and this was maybe way back in 2018, 2019. It's like, we could see the shorts now, because it felt like there wasn't a way to see all these films. So you'd look at your Oscar, you're filling out your form. Maybe you have an Oscars betting pool. Yeah. And the best way to get the edge is to go see the shorts. We have over 1,300 people watching us live on the channel. We have a lot of questions from our chat.
But let me just tell you a little bit of background. Please. Okay. First, there are 3 categories. The Academy gives 3 Oscars for short films. 1 Oscar for best live action short film, which is a short where real people act. Best animated short film is the 2nd Oscar, and the 3rd Oscar is for best documentary short. A short has to be, by the Academy definition, less than 40 minutes. And most animations are under 10. Most live actions probably are 15 to 30. And most documentaries, because they got more to say, are probably 35 to 40 minutes. So it makes a very varied program. And the way we do it is we release all 5 Academy nominated short films as a compilation movie. So you buy a ticket, you go see the 5 Oscar nominated animated shorts, another ticket you see the live action shorts, and another one you see the documentary shorts. So it's really a fun way to watch a whole category, a whole Oscar category. And we kind of, part of the experience, the cool part of the experience, like you were saying, Chris, is being able to bet with your buddy or your wife or whoever about which one you think is going to win.
Yeah, my personal favorite are the animated shorts because of the mixed media, because of the different countries that are represented. Yeah. They're so vastly different. They all have something to say. The animated program always blows me away. I don't know. I just think they're all good. So let's go. We have a ton of questions for
Okay,
you
great.
from our chat. So let's go right into it. Greetings, Sir Carter, says Solomon Thornton. I am interested in making a short film. Do you have any advice for making a successful one?
Well, sure. Definitely. First thing is get a great story and work on your script. You know, the difference between a short film and a feature film is that in a short film, you have less time. You've got to be, your story has to be more compact, more studied, and more impactful in a shorter period of time. So I would say the first step to a great short film is a great script.
And Toby Pegram, who's a member, says, why did short films become your passion project? Did you make one or enjoy seeing newer directors starting out?
I made a few shorts, and I just loved the fact that they were so something that I could digest. You know, I have a short attention span, I guess, and I couldn't really watch feature films, and I love shorts.
Let's see. Have you, for 52 games for 199, have you seen PMS the horror movie Revision 3 Days?
I have to say, I'm sorry, I haven't.
Sorry about that. Let's see. Question for Carter. From Razorburn, does your company have a good catalog of horror shorts? Would be curious as to what's your best horror, if any.
Well, I more of an experience than a film. We have huge horror catalog. And, you know, in short movies, we don't have to be as careful as directors, producers are in features. So we can just let the blood run down the wall. We can blow the head up in pieces. It's really much more fun. I worked on a short called Baghead. That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Is that based on the feat that developed into a feature?
Yes, it developed into a feature, and we produced the short, and I did a bunch of work on the script. I love the film. So that's a great movie. I would say the best short film festival for horror films in the world is in Transylvania. They have a Transylvania International Film Festival has a section that just does horror shorts. And if I can tell you, being 10 minutes from where Dracula grew up and watching shorts is pretty amazing.
Oh my God. I just found the website for this, the Transylvania International Film Festival.
Yes, it's Romania's biggest film festival. And in fact, the year I was on the jury, the chairman of the jury, the head of the jury, was Sophia Loren. If you can believe that. God. So it's not obscure. It's quite a big deal, but but the horror there is unbelievable.
That is amazing. I mean, it's like, to me, like shorts are like a great way to like cut your teeth on a film. You know, like maybe it is something that could develop into a feature film, but you know, just can you tell a story in 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You expand that out. You can tell a feature length story. Wow. That is crazy with I would never have guessed Transylvania.
It's fantastic. So I would say the other thing that is a cool thing about shorts is, and it's starting more and more and more, is this idea that you can work on a feature idea more safely and kind of prep yourself to make a feature film. So for instance, Whiplash, the Damien Chazelle made, was a short first, and he won at Sundance and brought it back and got funding for the feature. And it's exactly, you know, it's a very beautiful kind of test of concept short. And that's very smart. John Lasseter, I'm a member. There's even in the Academy of Motion Pictures, there's a branch for short filmmakers and feature filmmakers, feature animation. We're all together.
Wow. Let's a question here from Danish Bacon for 45 Danish Corona. We have an international audience watching live.
Great. Fantastic.
I think Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix does the short film genre justice. Yeah, I
It's
like those. Yeah, it's
fantastic. They're
yeah.
fantastic. A guy who, and the guy who started producing them, his first short that he got really had success with, was a short called Go for Broke, and it was nominated for an Academy Award in 2006, in a short animation. And so the point is that Go for Broke is cute, but once you learn to be a great animator and you learn your way around the block, you can do all kinds of things. And I think he's, Love, Death, and Robots that his company produced is his company's called Blur, is just a fabulous, crazy set of animations.
And one final question from our chat here. Let's go
Yeah.
to this. The nerd far away, who's a member, says, "Hail, Mr.
Hi.
Pilcher. As someone trying to develop a show, what is the most important thing to do to get a show made besides having a good idea?"
Well, you have to have a great idea. You have to, you have to help it, especially a show, a series, not a movie. You have to help the people you're pitching it to understand who the characters are and how it's going to develop and what the potential is. So it really is much more about producing parts of the world, parts of the series, parts of the interaction. Shorts are a great way to start selling people on series. We've even looked at doing in Latin America, starting to use short kind of web series to develop telenovelas, which are soap operas. And we think that they're really a fabulous test bed for young talent, for new directors, new writers to try material out, so that you get and you can really see, if you do 2 or 3 little 8-minute episodes, you can start seeing what the whole series is going to look like. And we're having great success in developing them and taking some of them, I think, into full on series. So I would say, make it short, develop your world really well and your characters, and test them out in short material. Whether it's a short movie, it doesn't have to be a short movie, but you can develop it as a short piece with your characters, so people get the idea and the understanding of what they're going to see. Because the hardest part of selling any content to somebody who's going to buy it or buy into the future idea is getting them to agree what it's going to be.
Well,
right?
I just want to remind people that Shorts.tv is a huge supporter of shorts from all over the world. There's an app. You can go to Shorts.tv. There'll be a link in the description. The Oscar-nominated shorts are in theaters starting this weekend. It's limited, so it's not like it's playing, every single time. They're at key different times. You can catch the animated, then you can catch the live action. So I will be seeing the short films this weekend. That's going to give me an edge in my Oscar betting pool. And I recommend that all of you go to Shorts.tv or go to the theater this weekend to check it out.
Great. And Chris, I can't wait to hear, after you go see them, which ones you think are going to win.
Well, what's so funny? It helped me because every year there's like, these are the 2 best ones. And then I kind of think like, how do Academy voters vote? What appeals to Academy voters? And I'm usually like, it'll be of the 2 that I pick, one of the 2 always wins. And it's like one or the other. It's just like, they're so good. It's like, yeah, but you can definitely tell which ones kind of bubble to the surface. I want to thank you for what you do. Thank you for your support of Film Threat and our award show. We hope you have you back as a sponsor next year.
Great,
and
Chris.
Our audience who are rabid fans of indie film, do not miss this. Do not miss this in a theater. It's so refreshing. And I know look, a lot of movies have become corporatized these days. Star Wars, Marvel, everything is so corporate. This is the very opposite of that. These are filmmakers at the beginning of their careers, pure in imagination and just execution and creativity. And I always feel inspired when I go see this shorts program. So thank you so much.
You bet. There's some pretty weird stuff. So have a good time. It's really great.
The weird stuff is my favorite stuff.
Exactly. I think it's the fun part of film. I would say by far, these are the most fun films to watch of any that are nominated this year.
Great. Well, thank you for taking time to talk to us.
You bet.
We'll take care.
Thanks,
Talk
Chris.
to you, Carter.
Al, nice to talk to you.
Good to
Take care.